Hi, my name is Arielle London, and I am a children's rights activist from Canada. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the theory for the promotion of children's rights that I created while studying a master's in human rights at the UCL School of Public Policy. And the theory is called the Child-Centric Framework. And basically, what the theory stipulates is that public policymakers should place children's rights as a high priority in public policymaking. Sounds fairly simple and fairly straightforward. What the theory actually is implying is that children's rights should be placed as first priority over money. And the reason for why this needs to be done at a macro policy level, so I'm addressing the politicians or anyone in any position of power basically through this video. Basically, what the theory says is that it's based off of attachment theory in psychology, which says that your main relationship with your primary caregiver as a child is essential for the creation of positive relationships created throughout the rest of your life. If you've ever heard of the concept thug life created by Tupac, which he turned it into an acronym, which means the hate you give little infants fucks everyone. And that's part of the mentality, because it's the breakdown in our relationships that's affecting society as a whole, because that's what's mostly affecting people's mental health. A lot of people find it very difficult to create trust relationships, because often these people have negative attachment styles. And that translates into the workforce, that translates into your relationships, that filters out everywhere. It's diffusion. So it's also based off of ecological systems theory, which is Yuri Bronfenbrenner's theory, where he basically says that science needs public policy just as much as public policy needs science. The two need to work together. And in creating this political theory that I did, what I basically did was I merged psychology, sociology, and political theory to create a comprehensive document for policymakers to read, for anybody who's in any influencing position, because it is a real perspective and it definitely changes a lot of things and has the potential to change a lot of things. If policymakers place children's rights as a high priority in public policymaking, if the end game of every decision that was made had the future in mind, we'd be living in a very different society. And that type of society is very possible through the adoption of this type of perspective implemented at the macro policy level. Because what happens at the macro policy level, as is said in ecological systems theory, is that there's these different systems, right? It kind of is, he compares it to a Russian doll. And there's all these different, there's the microsystem, which is the relationship at home and in the classroom, which is the most important. There's the next system up, which is the workforce and social gatherings. All of these places affect our psyche. It's where we live, essentially. So all that the Child-Centric Framework says is that if public policymakers were to place children's rights as a high priority in public policy making, we would have healthier individuals in our society, and we would have more happy individuals and more balanced individuals. So I created this theory in 2011. It is a very peaceful theory. There is nothing, there's no reason for alarm about this theory. It has everyone's best interest at heart. And that's all I'm going to say about it for today. So thank you for listening. If you have any further questions about the Child-Centric Framework, you can feel free to ask me at TrustLove11 on Twitter, or through any other means that you have to get in contact. And share this with your friends. You don't have to share the video, but share the concept. It's called the Child-Centric Framework, and it's just a way of thinking. So thank you for listening. I hope this was enlightening in some sort of way. And at the end of the day, the theory is just about love and sharing love and creating the most nurturing environment for our children to flourish in. And that's it. So thank you for paying attention, and take care.